Hello everyone, today we are going to make this painting for Independence Day. So let's start. First we'll draw the outline of the painting. Let's make hill first. This is a hill on top of which there are some bushes, and then we'll make a flag. We are going to use watercolors in this painting. So get your watercolors ready. This is the outline for clouds. I am going to use DOMS watercolors, a very large palette I have, and there are multiple shades of each color in them. Now we have made the outlining for sun and flag. Now you can see and draw. Birds. Now we are going to use number 4 Flibert brush. Any flat brush you can use if you don't have this angle kind of brush. We'll start with the light color, the lightest shade of green, and continue with the darker shade as we move down. On top of green I have done yellow color because the top of hill should be highlighted with yellow. So initially I left a little bit of space on top and I started with green. Now if you see that I am doing a little dark version of green. So as many versions and as many shades of green you have, you can use one by one. Start with the lightest shade and go to the darkest shade as you go down. And you can do multiple layers here because see, once the color is dried it might look little bit less bright, so you can add one more shade here like I have done. I am again adding yellow, then light green, then dark green, then more darker green. So that also you can do once your painting is dried. You can also do it when it is wet. Now if you see, I have done multiple shades of green. I have started with the lightest shade, that is the yellow color, and then I have started with green, then more dark, and the darkest at the bottom. Now we are going to paint the bushes. Similar strategy for bushes also, like we have done for hill. We'll start with yellow color and then we'll continue it with light green, dark green, more darker green, and the darkest green at the bottom. The only thing which you have to take care here is we will leave a little bit of line here and we will not touch it with hill because hill is still wet. If you touch it with hill, then the dark green color will get mixed with the yellow color of hill and it won't look good. So if you notice here, I am leaving little bit of white space here that I am going to fill with dark green later when this will be dried. So now you see the little bit of white is left there. Now you also keep little bit of white as it is. And now let's paint the sky. For painting sky also the strategy is same. We will start with the light version of blue and we'll continue with the more darker version of blue as we go down. Okay, so now you have seen this is the second shade of blue I have. This is little bit darker than the one with which I have started. And you just have to do small circular motions. So as you see now, I am adding the darker shade of blue here as I am going down, and you just have to do small circular motions here. You can see that small circular motions I am doing, and don't color on top of flag. Now here I am going to add again the darkest shade of blue I have got. You will see now that how it will be the most dark version. See, now it has become more darker, right? Because I had 3 shades of blue. So I started with sky blue on top left, and then as I moved down I have added more darker shades of blue here, and the bottom part is going to be the most darkest shade of blue. Just try to like continue with the small circular motions. Add lots of color water in your color, because it is watercolor painting. So if you don't add enough water there, then it won't look good, it won't spread easily. Your brush should not be dry, it should have enough water and color in it. And similarly, how we did for hill, we can add multiple layers here also. Once you finish adding one layer of the color, you can again start with light sky blue color, and then again come down and add the medium shade of blue, and then again come at the bottom and add the darker shade of blue. This is because we are going to make it more let's say that HD version of the color, right? Because it should look very bright and very dynamic, because if you add very less colors, right, doesn't look good, it looks faded. Just give a outline and then you color. Okay. And there is one thing, when we do with the watercolors, you'll notice that if you don't put water, if the sheet is dry, it will not spread to that place. So if your sheet is already dry, wet, right, then the color will start spreading in the wet place first. So now you see I am adding another layer. Now I have started with bottom, adding the shades of different shades of blue which I have previously added, same colors, just adding one more layer. So don't do straight motions, don't do horizontal straight motions, or don't do horizontal vertical motions or horizontal motions with your brush. Do circular motions. Okay, it gives this kind of texture and look. Now we are going to add the dark green in the bottom of the bushes. Why now? Because now my hill is dried. The yellow of my hill, which was on top of the hill, is now dried. So now when I will add dark green color, even if it will touch with the hill, it will not spread on hill. If I would have done it previously when the hill was wet, it would have spreaded there. And that is the reason why we have not done flag now. If before the sky is dry I start with the flag colors will go and mix with sky, the sky will come inside the flag. So we have to wait for the sky to dry for flag to start. And you should always wash your brush properly before changing the color. Let's suppose that you are doing blue color and you don't wash your brush properly, and then you go for red color, then your red will also start looking very dark and brownish kind of, so it doesn't look good, right? Wash your brush properly when you switch colors always. Now I am adding one more shade to the hill, which is not like mandatory step. If you feel that your hill is also little light and you feel like it should also be little more darker shade, only then you can do this step. Otherwise, if you feel satisfied with the color of your hill, you can just leave this step and skip it. Okay, now we are going to do sun. We'll start with yellow color and add orange to it, and then we will add red to it. The way of doing is same. Start with yellow, then wet your sheet properly, wet your sun properly with orange. They both will mix into each other because both are wet, and at the bottom add some red. I am yet to come to red. So see, now I am adding orange only. And after orange I will pick little bit of red and add some dash of red on orange in the bottom, like this. So this is the same way of how we have done hills and how we have done sky. We have used multiple shades and we merged them with each other, and we have added multiple layers also. See, this is a very simple painting. If you see, there are not many things over here, but if you do it properly, if you follow the steps, it will look very nice and very, very dynamic. Then I have added one more layer of red and orange, and it become dark. Now let's color the flag because the sky is now dried. You also make sure before you start that your sky is dried. Here if you see, we will start with the brightest orange color you have got. The portions of the flag which are turned, that has to be little more darker, and those portions which are spreaded should be little lighter. Only then you will get that effect that this flag is flowing in wind. Similar thing will for green also. Now you see the darkers are, now I'm using the dark color. Okay, now you see like how I'm, where all I'm doing dark color and where all I am going to do light color. So similarly you can do for orange also, and similarly you can do for green also. So if you see in the center, it is the spreaded cloth which will be little light, but where it is bent, that place it will be little dark. So now I'll take little light color green and fill it. You got it, right? Just mix it with each other little bit and that should be fine. Now let's color the pole of flag. You can pick light brown color for that. First fill the complete pole with light brown color. And once you are done with this light brown color, right, you have to pick black color, and on the left side of the pole you have to do black color. And why on the left side? Because the sun is on the right side and the light is falling on the right side of the pole. That's why it is more brighter, and left side the shadow is there. That's why left side is the darker. You can use a sketch pen also for this step. If you feel that brush is very difficult to handle, use a sketch pen and fill the left side of the pole with black color. But if you are going to use sketch pen, please wait for the pole to dry. So now we are going to outline the painting. Before we start outlining, you have to make sure that your painting is completely dry. You can use the pen which I have used, or you can use any sketch pen or any thin nib black pen or pilot pen, and outline it. When you outline your painting, it will look complete. Otherwise there will be one that feeling of incompleteness over there. Now outline the clouds. So these are what, actually these are clouds. Okay, and above the clouds the sky is visible. Now let's outline flag. Please don't use a very thick sketch pen over here, otherwise the color, because since the pole is already thin, if you use a thick sketch pen it won't look good. Try to use a thin pen over here for pole. Then outline flag, and we have to add the chakra also using blue color pen or blue color sketch pen. This is today's painting. I hope you like it, and I hope if you like it you can make it in your school for any competition or any drawing competition during Independence Day. You can make this painting. If you want, you can try the same painting with sketch pen also. Like my previous painting, I have shown you there how you can use sketch pen to multiple, like mixed shades of different colors. So here you can use sketch pens also, brush pens, sketch pens. Now let's make some birds which are flying here and there. And you can use crayon as well, but I just wanted to try different ways of color. So previous painting was with sketch pens, this is with watercolor, and next painting maybe I'll take little bit of acrylic and little bit of, yeah, maybe acrylic only. I'll see if I have decided one painting with acrylics. So I'll try to use different type of colors in each painting. Thank you for watching everyone. See you.